crack. Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. It's all over my hands. Anyways, hope everyone's having a beautiful day. I fell asleep pretty immediately after getting back last night. Freaking still full. So, man, real stoked on these. I'm gonna be making some wall hangings. So I gotta doodle the ideas real quick to have a plan. So I'm gonna have some glass cut, but in between I want to put shells. And got some hollow Dremel tips, diamond bits, hollow diamond bits. There you go. Hey, Flycraft. I've been checking my messages for Corey pics, but I think the stuff gets filtered. I found a bunch of filtered messages. I never really think to go through those. But these are only like $6, all sizes. Real stoked. Ceramic and shells. Oh shit! Right, I did not. Not every day that and here, like, there isn't a lot of out west, of course, and north and west, but there's not like any form of factories or like mining or anything like that, or extraction, and yeah, I couldn't really think about it. I met a dude whose brother is a sword fisherman, totally unrelated, but still really up there because he still goes out. And he goes out right at Point and Inlet, and he goes out for days. And sword fisherman, so here you go, like, I guess to the ridge, where that drop off and out more. He goes up 13 miles and out for days, and got 2 stories, but the one reminds me of, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Reminds me of a film adaptation of a book, of a true story, and because the scene in the movie, but he was getting the hook off swordfish, or like, you know, to getting it in, and a great white came and bit, and his brother said his face was like, and when he landed back on the deck, his legs were jelly. And it's like, man, that must have been intense. To render like a commercial fisherman's legs jelly, that's wild. Here, let me turn this on. I'm nearsighted as shite, so when I read the chat, I have to get all oddly close. So, I was gonna type Klaus or Minnow. An amalgamation, probably. David Kea Smith, Sense and Despise. And his Klaus or Minnow's on a big, meaty saltwater hook. So, I was like, man, I'm just gonna do that. I've been tying them on Aberdeen's because I don't really have anything with a large gap and a long shank. And his beautiful big meaty saltwater hook. Forgot, is this called a beak nose? I'm trying to find physical copies of the Mustad catalogs, but I haven't had much luck with that. I just want something tactile so I could look at the numbers and stuff. Because there's a lot of like slight differences in material, shape, all of that. So I've been looking at that pretty extensively. Well, been looking at that here and there extensively. No, that's sick, Flycraft. Yeah, must be intense. I want to go out so bad, but I want to distract someone. Like, man, I will clean some gnarly shit. I will. For free. Well, it's not free. That's like, man, I would pay someone. We have drift boats, but they go out 6 hours tops. And, like, I, I don't want to go on a cruise ship, but I do want to see or feel more than 24 hours at the ocean. Like, I don't know how else to do that. I was looking at those freighter things, because I bet they're pretty chill. I bet they fish off of those somehow. I think I'm not really thinking about how big those are, but that's like a month. And it's not even that expensive. There's a bunch of websites for it, and some of them have pools on freighter. Cruise ship sounds neat, but sounds expensive for that. Like the ones here, most of them you have to have a passport, which I haven't got that yet. Oh shoot, Ruben's live. I can't really think of anything else of it. And a lot of the commercial fishing on my coast anyway is regular boats and kingfish, and I don't know many people that do commercial fishing, so yeah, I've just never met a swordfishman. That's crazy. Read a little bit of Linda Greenlaw's book, Hungry Ocean, and man, it's just like another world, and I've never really experienced that. And because I'm not sure, like how the Gulf Stream is only a few miles off the coast here, like a few miles, but like 5, maybe 8 or 9. Hold on. How far off Palm Beach is Gulf Stream? Oh yeah. Let's see. Gulf Stream. Miles to Gulf Stream. 7 miles to the edge. Five to 7 miles off the edge, or to the edge. Sometimes even as close as the end of the jetties. I didn't think about that, like the stream itself moving. No, here, let me catch my friend. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Sounds just like snakes. Same DNA, I guess. But, I don't have a plan. I got something in my eye, though. I'm pretty well packed. I just have this backpack that has everything in it. It's very lightly packed. I'm gonna throw some more of the bait fish in it because there's a lot of water. It's right next to, well, not right next to, but like in the general vicinity inlet, Lake Stranahan, which I don't know a lot of information on Lake Stranahan. Ooh. Got some shitty spoons, because my friend wanted to get to throw those. But brought one of these. Because, man, I'm just hoping to make it by some water. And this thing, I know it's probably not the proportions. I think, you know, like it's gonna keep. It's so bulky up here and short, and the hook's so long that I don't know, but this was, I think, my first favorite anyway. So I keep it in there because I know I'm gonna throw it around eventually. And I'm using a bait caster. Oh, that's it. And some clousers. And these jigs, the next time I make these, I'm gonna keep the tapers of the bucktail, but these ones I was trying to make identical to what was at the tackle shop, and they cut their bucktail like that. So I have yet to mess with them. I'm not that attached to them at all. They can go to hell. I'm just kidding. But breast and clousers, which I'm not too sure or keen on the proportions. I think the tail is a little too long. Like, even because I was reading about different strikes, like if things come up or come down or from the side, or you know what I mean. But I think this is just a hair too long. So long ones on the spot, I'll probably cut them to experiment with that too, just to see what it does with cut ends. I'm curious about that, because like maybe sometimes. But this one, again, not too sure on the thing, but they look really nice in water, and so I just threw one in there. I'm only going for 2 days. And I have more of these, the little Crazy Charlie's, from what I understand, the original recipe. But I better leave this open, so I'm going to put more stuff in it. I wanted to retie this because it came out pretty... Okay, it looks like shite on camera, but I like the coloring. But look how small the hook is. I don't know why I did that. I was going through the things I tied months ago, and it was pretty funny. So, let us see. Yeah, no, right on Flaco. They're like high country lakes and streams and such. I'm dying to go. I only been fishing once in Colorado, and it was at a, what is that called? An aquifer? No. There's a name for it, and I say it all the time. Well, whenever I think about it. Reservoir. And, can I... Robin? Can you? Yes, I'd like to get some clouser heads and then time. Hey, Richard Mo, I really appreciate that. I like the bucktail clousers. It's really fun to mix colors. Hello, Fairs. A Bushamlet. Sorry. I do try to pronounce words or names because somebody I've never seen before. I love the heck out of it. But anywho, like Roger Babaji. Anyway, I'm not sure if I want to do bucktail on this one though, because the hook's way bigger than any of them I tied onto. So you know something? Maybe not even that. Maybe I'll just wing it. Because honestly, I just want some crack. Like, you know, some of that flashy crack. Look at that. These, I don't have a lot of cohesive colors. Well, I do. I have a bunch of colors, but like, there's in-between colors that, like, when I'm using them, I wish I had, I guess. But the pearl with the orange and the brassy gold, I just kind of want something super flashy. And I'm not sure how to go about it. Like, maybe doing that bait fish dog because it's fun though. Because I could also start a different hook. But, like, I'm not sure if I should put flash as the tail and then material to kind of bleed onto the flash. Maybe I should just look up all flash patterns. That sounds nice. Because this stuff is real limp. This orange, that's what I was going to use for any back. This with the holographic is just like... I only have one holographic flash would be, and it's wider size. But the stuff just like, man, I could look at it for hours. So... just pretty dang well all flash. Is that illegal? I wonder. Hey Wally! Man, Ren, I appreciate that. I wanna make a... I need to like more things. I need this fan on. Because when I hit live, I usually take off my headphones from music, which... still on a exploratory. I just only paid for another month of YouTube Prime, so. But the internet's not great out there. At least I'll have a bunch of music. But yeah, last night was really fun. I got to learn a lot and hear a lot of like Florida history stories, which, man, I used to go to this chandelier place and just sit there for hours. Sometimes my friend would go with me. As an old German guy, and he would tell just like so much history, just like always talking. My eyes are watering. But the place is like 5 stories. It's not there anymore. It's across the street from where it was, so I was really hoping it was still there. All chandeliers, like 6 stories, all chandeliers, and huge ones, old ones, new ones, and the guy would just be at this desk, like, it looks like, I wish I had pictures. I'm sure there's pictures in like local papers and stuff, but man, it was just like very awe-inspiring. So he'd let me sit in a corner because 5-6 stories, like I could sit there for days and never be seen by someone because the place was so big. And I'd just be posted up either reading or doing homework. I guess this was like middle school, high school. All right, so there's an exercise bike out there and finally got the thing down. So busy. I haven't been really going on walks. I don't want to run into no one. So pretty funny feeling. There's people playing. Like, all right. Anyway, I was also thinking of putting some of this first, just so it picks up on color, but I don't even know where that came from idea-wise. Ooh, peacocker. Let's stick with orange. Maybe zero plan. Zero plan. I do like the idea of having some bars on it. Like some muddiness. But I might go with the pearl. I might do the craft fur. Yeah, just another demonstration. This was the longest craft fur I could find locally. Like, I try to get stuff locally because, you know, mainly shipping and waiting for stuff to arrive feels like acid on my soul. So I try to get things locally, and you know, some spots are true local businesses. But I like Hobby Lobby. The people there aren't very nice ever in any Hobby Lobby I've been to, but I think what is happening is you know, they're just tired. They have to hand do the barcodes. There are no scanners because that's the mark of the beast to Hobby Lobby. And I don't know if that's the real reason, but that's what I've always heard. And they don't have any barcodes on anything, so they do have to press every number. So I got a lot of empathy for Hobby Lobby. I wish this stuff was longer. This like fire orange. But anyway, farting around. I am kind of farting around today. Tomorrow, around 9 in the morning. So I'm probably gonna go to sleep super early. I went to sleep early yesterday, so I just slept all the way in. It's the first day there was no jackhammers, so maybe that was why. Okay. Well, not this like big huge chunk, but like if you were to use this for its movement as well as the flash, would you put this incorporate this with the tail? So one fear I have when tying bait fish is that like the tail will move more than the body, or I mean vice versa, the body will move more than the tail. And like I want the tail to be being a tail, and then this part, you know, doing its like kind of more structured motion. The bait fish I've been watching extensively when swimming, and they have a few different movements, the ones I see here. One is very like that, just like super fast. Some, the tail looks like it's kind of like undulating itself. Like gambusia, those mosquito fish, that's another fish that seen that undulation. Like, oh, would orange bucktail down on the tail with this orange flash, like kind of cupped around it, well, that'd be too much. Because that sounds good. I do like grabbing some of this dark bit. It's such a perfect traveling in between colors. What is that called? Gradient. Because like this part on the chartreuse bucktail, I cannot wait to use this in something like maybe like a sewer shrimp belly and foam on the back, which I just realized yesterday that I don't, apologies if it was one of y'all's videos, because I do be watching a lot of videos, and sometimes I exclaim, oh, that's brilliant, and then I'll run to this desk, and when doing the foam back shrimps, putting like gatorback or the latex over it, you would tap the like button. That's very nice. This is like the most YouTube thing I think I've said. Don't forget to like, comment, and don't forget to like, comment, and like, comma, subscribe. I think it might be it. Let me start with a little, because this is like the structure, so it doesn't just look like a disco garbage bag. Because y'all have to realize, very much beginner, so I have a huge disconnect on knowing what materials look like in water, which I have been experimenting. My dad didn't make it over today, so I overslept. But my dad like is hard, and then it's like incapacitated for the next few days, which good time to, you know, skip town. But I'm just gonna be gone for 2 days. First time leaving the county in God knows how long. I used to go a lot of places. It's really fun just finding places and checking them out. Because I could do things for really, really cheap. But thankfully I'm tagging along. Because I would just get like a motel. Never Airbnb again. Jesus. But I mean, last motel did sleep in piss. To be totally frank, there was a huge puddle of pee. Huge puddle of pee. Got a refund, but that requires like therapy, so like for real. It was so cold you didn't smell it. It was so cold. I wonder if you could call and be like, yo, can you turn the AC off like an hour before I get there? Or can you turn the AC off like I'm on my way to book a room? Because I have cold bones. And then they will. So when you get there, you can smell that shit. Because I do not mind a real shit motel. But I do scan that shit first. I mean, like, obviously, I should ask, like, to see the room first, but oh no, I'm too shy for that. I just, when I get into it, I'll really, really scan that shit. Florida, a lot of weird stuff breeds, and there's, like, bugs that you never want to come in contact with. And, I don't mind the riffraff. It's the stuff you don't want to take home. Like last in the best motel. There was a business being ran in the room next door. A male manager and a female associate. I was very sad. I'm not judging or anything, but it was sad. They didn't have a single conversation, just like silently sat next to each other. I mean, of course I was like eavesdropping a little bit. Anywho, so that is the orange. I'm not committing to it yet. Might as well take out yellow. Oh, and chartreuse. Can I do like a deceiver without hackle feathers? And the movement be like... I really don't have a plan. I'll just nip this stuff. Man, I wish I listened to y'all sooner about cutting along the hook eye, or along the hook like that. Oh, let me zoom in also. That's an ugly body. But the reason why I did that is because I always run out of room and it gets a little crazy. So, and I do want to add lead eyes. I think I'm gonna see what. Shoot, let me zoom in. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to do this. Oh, ow. Are those freshwater? These are going to be used for salt water, but I'm tying them in like orange and yellow and green, because then it could be multi-purpose. Do have some pretty nice freshwater spots. Just haven't made it over there. Lake Osborne. It looks way better than it is online than it is on person. Ain't caught shite there. But that's the challenge, I suppose. It's beautiful. It really is nice, but I gotta learn more things. Still, all I can think about is that sword fisherman. There has to be something I want to be totally useless, but yeah, I don't want to distract no one with like, because that's really intense. But man, can't deny that would be the most intense experience I've ever had on this planet in my entire life. Is to just like find like, cause man, you know, I could probably cook like in a moving thing, so like try to find some usefulness. I could carry heavy shit, but like once I was thinking about that watching one of the Raymond dude's videos about females getting into welding. Which I'm sure there's plenty of female welders, you know, but like some stuff like I guess I could get into welding, but I'm not like I wouldn't be able to do it all day. I would die, to be totally frank. Holy trucks. My buddy's a welder, and he hasn't been able to weld in a long time though, because his glove, brown recluse, he's had like dozens of surgeries to try to get his nerves unscrewed. And yeah, man. Okay, I'm gonna cut a decent chunk out and split it One can go to its mom's and the other one can go to its dad's. Because I do want it super flashy. I don't know if it's going to be too much. But I guess I'll never know. And I dream of like all flash stuff. I'm gonna have to put some glue in here too, because these are all very slippery materials. Let me read. Should watch Gunnar Brammer to learn good bucktail tonight. Right on. Yeah. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Even though Gunnar Brammer is probably one of the most memorable names. Like, I can't tell if it sounds familiar or just like it's got one of those. It just sounds like a, I don't know, country musician or something. Gunnar Brammer. Okay. Trying to get my friend to cover some songs. the choices are so. There's a few ones that I just want to hear it in like a Sinatra style. I'll be real. I don't know what that genre is called. Not show tunes, but I forget what it's called. Where like the songs are written usually by songwriters and a bunch of people have their renditions. Big bands. Ooh. I'm sorry, that it's so close to like what I really, really want. Flash. Got some trigger happy fish down there. I've come to describe them. Alright. I'm just gonna leave that for now. And just get a few strands to holograph it. Like a vinegar, it brightens the flavors to my eyes even more. Deer stacking, gonna be doing that probably when I'm back, first go of it. And really stoked. Met this lady's husband who likes top water fishing a lot, and I think it would be cool to try to make one of those old school poppers. I see all the time here. Usually a big white thing. Ooh. So I'll just tack this on and then go up the hook and try to put some of this stuff to bed. Wow, that's nice. I'm probably gonna have to like get better proportions with this, but I'm really wanting to get bright, flashy stuff, so like I'm not teaching myself how to tie flies. I learned from y'all. However, the proportions and like stuff like that, I wish one of the mods for, because I can't do it for my phone, could like essentially download the Flysmith streams, and then maybe they could go into like, you know, files that could be sent, because there's so much gold on those streams, y'all. And like at the ends usually does kind of like a masterclass on something specific. Like I wish I had the Klauserman now. Just such a shame. I wish they didn't do it like that. As in like YouTube, like you know, you can use songs for shorts, but not leave streams up with songs. And I think what really annoys me about the Flysmith mod is like, man, the wealth of knowledge, but also giving like all kinds of history on the music playing. So it's almost like music commentary. And then I'll put the crystal flash. I trim slightly different layers. I'll put the crystal flash up here going back so it trails the whole length of the fish. I should zoom out. Now, it's gonna get probably a little distressing as I try to figure out what the heck to do up here. Cut this stuff real quick. Oh, I can't forget glue. I doubt I'll remember to stop at Boca on the way back. Because I don't know what to expect. It looks like a really cool area. I've never checked out this area. Let's see. Oh yeah. Just a little bit of this stuff, I think. Yeah. This stuff just looks like life. Pearl, anything. I always wonder why Nikola Tesla didn't like pearls. Like if I had a Ouija board, that's the question I'd ask. I'm just so curious, like, is it because they look like, kind of like, I mean, isn't it an infection? Like an infected thing, and that's like coated and stuff? Like I probably think about that every single time I put pearl earrings on or something like that. Like, I'd gross Nikola Tesla out right now. But I don't know if that's like a true thing or like a story. I'll bring these back a little bit. One thing I have to remember too is to get a little wheelie table for right next to me. And I'm gonna put felt on it so I could lay materials out. I'm a poor planner, so I always have to set stuff down like this. mix this thread a little bit. What is salt water? This is gonna be for both. I'm a beginner, so this is kind of like a freestyle backed by minimal experience. I'm probably arse backwards, but that's okay. I was gonna tie, I mean, this is maybe gonna be essentially a clouser. It's gonna have it, the hook riding up. As far as the things I know, lead eyes. Let's try and get this whole meter. I really like adding the random pearl in it. It like makes it glow. Like whether it be under materials or on top of materials. I'll be giving this a healthier trim after, usually after I see it in water. Because there is bucktail to kind of keep it all out. But I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure what to do for this bit. I could do more bucktail going back, but the thread damming I'm really bad at. Okay, let me grab the eyes. Definitely painted. I mean, if I do that back tie kind of style, I can add these eyes. I got some nice weight, not lead weight, but some nice weight. Okay, let me just make some eyes real quick. This stuff dries in 2 seconds, so I'm gonna get some pupils. Just gonna use purple. Oh shit! I'm gonna pour out a bunch of pupils. Somebody to have. I need somebody to hear, somebody to have, to love somebody, but trust me. This is that song lyrics. Tell us Shadow Titan also. Check my 3 comments that fall one after the others. Okay. Oh, shite. If you want to lose. Oh. Oh. Wait, what? Hey, Boone. Gee, I did it again. I read the comment first. I've been trying not to do that since I started. Well, people are allowed to say weird and forbidden things here. Might get removed, might not, but ain't no thing. Bailey woodworking, the result, maximum, but what happened? Why did... Feel free to message me on Facebook or Instagram, because, I don't know if, like, my brain's a little fried or what, but I think I'm not making sense. The Bailey guy said weird and forbidden things, and then gives a slightly different. You can mix or hand stack flash them. Yeah, I want to do that bad, Boone. I don't know what that's called. Is that just called stacking mixed fibers, because I see it every now and then. And like, well, one byproduct of seeing it, I was like, man, I'm overthinking it, because homie just like took the same amount, cut, threw it all in a bowl like it was a salad, and then blended it, and just was grabbing chunks and putting it in a hair stacker. See, I'm not sure what this is, to be totally honest. I thought this was, but I know there's another one. There's a hair stacker and like an end, like to get the tips together. And every time I try to use it, I don't know if I get the fluff all the way or what, or I'm not doing enough pressure. Hand stacking. Yeah, I got white and chartreuse, deer belly coming. I meant to get red, but white is what I was really wanting to get after, because man, can make any shape. I have a lot of trouble figuring out like ways to add certain things, like those plastic heads, the fish heads. I never know how to use it or add them. I did that by hand. Just didn't feel like getting a doohickey. Really get a bunch of stuff in my fingers. That's even enough. See, just one piece of glitter. Fine. This stuff has flash in it. Pearl flash. I just don't want to put plain ones on it. I don't feel like waiting for the resin to cure. Let those dry and I'll put top coat on it. Which I meant to go back for the quick dry one, the 60-second one, because I was going to be using it in between layers just for added, you know, strength, which I gotta do something. Zap-a-gap. But they do have a top coat that is like a 60-second dry time. But I just got the regular, because I had Sally Hansen's hardener and it just like I couldn't really get it to do its thing. Or I don't know. I can figure it out. Alright. How long is the craft for? I mean, would that work? Add the rest of the flash and like reverse tie in just a head of craft fur that bleeds into the body. Man, I should have just retied David's pattern. Used the hackle flowers. Feathers, jeez. Hackle flowers. This got really nice pearl flash in it. And if I do on top and bottom of the hook, it'll go over the lead eyes. Okay. I feel like this might be a little too much. Yeah, okay. that's the plan. I'm gonna add some flash now. And then the eyes. This is definitely going to take a lot of getting the hang of, a bunch of flash, but some of this water, the visibility is reliant upon the tide. Or it's just, you know, doo-doo brown, plain and simple. And a lot of the fish that I really, really wish I can get are trigger happy chappies. Namely the barracuda, from what I can gather. I'm still not too sure what direction to tie in for cobia, but I think it's pretty much gotta wait for the return. The mullet run is in 10 days. Or 10 weeks. I'm not too sure what to do to prepare for that. It's a big deal in this area, and I'm sure many other places. I mean, in the UK, they go ape for mullet. I like watching the UK fishing stuff because it's so ancient and nice. Too much. Might have to cut some of that off. Sometimes you just gotta tie shite to the wall or something. Maybe. Ooh. Doesn't look good on camera, but it looks really nice in person. Okay. Busted arse. Forgot I was wearing this. Let me do this top coat. Worst design bottle I've ever seen in my life. Why would you have something like this flat? That's insane. I'm gonna spill this for sure. I need to get a foam block. Victoria Cray, Lefty Cray's daughter, still has flies for sale. I think I'm gonna try to get me some more. She has a deceiver, $275, but man, you know, I'll regret not trying like my whole life. Cause, you know, the first like person that I really gravitated towards is all Lefty Cray's work. Like every single time I ended up with like a book or finding something, like a compilation of stuff. Because I do like compilers, like people in a field that like will compile just all kinds of information on that subject. He has a lot of original work too. I like this, the pattern books, man, class. And I'm from a totally different world, so like I pretty much Yeah, found someone to focus on. Was hand closet and opposites. And I don't know. I really like that dude Lefty though. Rest in paradise. I really wish it had a statue here. Did a lot for salt water. Okay. I need something first. Maybe not. I feel like I need more, like, not flash. I don't need more flash. But, like, I think I should have went with hackle feathers. Felt like a really big tuft, but I gotta trim a lot also, but I will not know how it looks unless I tie it, so I'm trying to remind myself of that, because like I've only seen a few patterns. I'm sure if I look up all flash patterns or remember to, there'll be tons, but every time I run into one, I'm always like fixated on giving it a tie. I gotta figure out also if people are gonna be in this room tomorrow, so I know. I discovered oh, huh. Yeah, I feel like I need something right before. It doesn't have to be this color. There's the chartreuse. Like this, and then the craft fur. Well, that's the belly. I always forget, is the belly darker or is the... What part is usually white? It's one of those things like making an L with your hand so you know for sure it's the left one. Is it a white belly? I think so. I just need some more structural integrity. Yeah. It's a white belly? DoorDash, right on. Can you get that off? Circles around the neck. Oh, around the bucktail? Like down? I freaking love the hurls with bucktail bait fish too. Alright, let me get those eyes. They're probably not dry yet, but I just know I'm gonna forget to add them. Yeah, you know something? I like that. And the eyes. Maybe I will put the eyes down and have the hook going down. And then this green could be an intermediate for a peacock curl. Meh. Yeah, you can't beat that. That is dry already. I mean, you could put another layer on it for that glitter, but I could just always add more. If I would be caking it, if I was gonna, not caking it, this is gross, but I was gonna give it to someone. Quick little pupils. And they got some refraction of their own. So I'm gonna put this on this side. Oh, so it's Wednesday, so there'll be a Fly Smith stream tonight at 9. Should have waxed it. Swordfish. That's just so, it's so mind blowing to me. It's like crazy. I can't imagine, because that's like deep. I want to experience that so much. Fuck. I mean, shit. I should have let that dry more. I messed the eyes up bad. Ta! Well, you know, maybe just learn something instead. I'm just gonna put something else. What I'll probably end up doing is putting UV resin black and then putting the clear UV resin all over it until it goes on. But this, you know, probably actually will just end up plain. Dang it. This is definitely a tester. Very excited to test this. But a tester nonetheless. Tester nonetheless, sir. Oh. Okay. Now, for some reason it's still standing. Yeah. Body wise, it's coming out a lot better than I kind of thought. This is the belly. So, maybe I'll do bucktail in the belly and coffer back here. My proportions are a little off still. I don't want to get this clogged. I'm not sure if that's a worry here. And that uncertainty kind of makes me want to put bucktail back here. So maybe a darker. Should I just keep it all orange? Nah. Olive for no reason. Yeah, that'll be good for like Okeechobee. Olive and orange. I really do like it. And then the white down here. Do you fish spinning reels or fly rods? I fish spinning reels. I'm trying to get better at the bait caster because this could use, here, let me zoom out a little bit. This is the only bait caster I have. It's the first one I've ever had. But braid on it. I've already had to re-spool it once. But could throw really light stuff on it. I was throwing a Estes one with just one cone weight at the head, and it was fine. Took a little getting used to, but it was the first time I ever used it. And I do have a shoddy fly roddy, but this thing is 40 bucks on Amazon. Let me tell you what, this is a good time. Floating line, I don't know how much. I don't know the weight. I can tell you the weight of the rod. I'm still not too sure that stuff a little bit. I really want a saltwater rig really bad, and unfortunately I did find another Amazon one, but man, I know stuff gets pricey quick, and I just need something to get out there immediately, and $100, like, that is extremely doable. I wanted to get an Avid Max or something, whatever it's called, but they don't have 8-weight. That I can't find an 8-weight one, and that's the weight I'm trying to find. But this thing is like 4-weight or something like that. It doesn't say, but it is really nice. It's the only fly rod I've ever used, so I don't know too much. It's just wild to me. It's so light. It is so light. It is so light. And the rod, like, I only caught bluegill on this thus far, but it's so sturdy. It's just wow. I did not know what I was missing. Well, I wasn't missing, you know what I mean? Because I love seeing spinning rod. I have a shoddy Zebco reel, but it's an older one. So it's all metal. 33. I have the new 33. It's dog shape. It feels like a toy. Like a kid's beginner set, but those are some ones I've read. I don't know when they're from, but I liked this one for a while. It's so nice. Reminds me of a camera part, but the old 33. If you ever see them on eBay, they're really nice. Even the people at the tackle shop wanted to rip on it so bad because it's Zebco, but it's really nice. Their old stuff is great. Like, I do want to get to shoreline fish more, but this is what I brought, and it's both Zebco, old Zebco. This is the reel I use for anything big because I really only have lightweight setups right now. I've mostly lightweight and one medium, and this is the heaviest. I have a Zebco great white reel, but it's huge, and I gave it to my dad. It's a little crusty, but this is the same exact reel I grew up fishing with, the SW60 Zebco. And I messed up. When I first got back into fishing, I just I wasn't really sure. I'm still not sure, but this, I'm gonna get another rod for this reel. This I mainly got to fit in a friend's car, but I got too heavy. I can't cast for shite. Like, this thing is sturdy as heck, but man, I have to use like cannonballs in order to even cast. My casting is pretty weak, I'll be real. But the rod is a Zebco rod and old, but this I found on eBay. My dad is still on the same like 70s rod. But tomorrow I'm just bringing the bait caster and this I'm gonna get a Sienna for it. I just haven't gotten it yet. I've never heard a bad thing about those Sienna reels, and they're like $30. This is just what it came with. But Ugly Stick has really good sales. Really good sales. Like free shipping on their website. Free shipping and all that. And so this was like next to nothing. Their catfish pole. And this is what I use mostly, like freshwater and saltwater, because I usually don't have the heavy one. And there are big fish out there. So this, I just have a pompano rig on it. And so while this is sitting out, I'm farting around with that. And then hopefully soon I'll have this sitting out and a fly rod. Because there's a bunch of sand perch, there's a bunch of everything, really. Parrotfish. I don't want to catch parrotfish though. I like those. I see them at the market, but no, that wasn't judgment. They're so cute. I like swimming with them a lot. I would eat it if it was like on a plate prepared, but yeah, I don't know if I'd know how to keep it or something like that. I don't know. Gonna be showing some friends under the bridge, like whenever the one dude's back in town, and also going to a dermatologist. Freaked out. And because forest sun's really intense, and I only recently started wearing sunscreen, and I wear a lot of hats. I do wear hats. If you see me out and about, if I'm not wearing a hat, it's probably not me. It's probably somebody that looks like me. But yeah, I wear hats. Shoot, I don't want to miss anything. Actually, I'm gonna use this time to take a quick bathroom break. And remember, hey, Squirrely Outdoors, how have you been? And remember to, yeah, Shimano reels. I didn't know that Shimano made like bike stuff too. I guess I did. What else? Yeah, reminded me of Mustad again. The catalogs. They have them on their website, online catalogs, so you can flip through the pages. But I really want to get a full one. There's so many slight differences in the hooks, and I have to order them anyways. My shops have like 3 choice, and I gotta order them anyway, so I need the numbers real bad. Some numbers only have certain sizes, but will be the same exact shape as this number, and stuff like that. I am coming from a world of arts and crafts, so a lot of stuff is colors and shapes, but working on that. But one moment. Oops. The Raven stream is having call-ins. Shoot, is my mic on? Hello? Has my mic on, Ben? Hello, Tony. Interesting. I don't know if I turned the mic on before. Let's see. No, I don't think I had it on. Weird, the mic turned off. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Yeah, Raymond's stream is having call-ins. It's been nice to have so many like live streams to watch. Not zoomed out. It's a little like feels more different than I do find myself before, like I really almost couldn't. Ooh. I'm gonna put some glue if I can find it. Oh, okay. Try to. Gosh, felt so different. Going underneath. Oh, here, I'm gonna just. There's a lot. Okay. Oh, fused my skin in seconds. Right, I'm gonna zoom on in. I'm not sure what color for the top. Like, should I do dark color? Should I do pink? Because it's gonna go deep. That's a big old piece of lead. Oh! Oh, almost getting close to. Pink looks pretty cool. And then it'll be white. And pink apparently can go deeper and shine that vibrant color than red. I wish I remembered the wording better. I saw it on a short once. Yeah, I think so. I'll give this one to my friend to mess with. Homie's not afraid of color. Ooh. It's really addicting to watch because it's like a blend between like well, construction. You know, one day there'll be a big open area. Next day there's like a wall with like a really interesting door that was like salvaged from like this place before it tore down. It's really something else. And I missed 6 years of this action, so I've been you know. Going down for architectural salvage. I'm big stoked. It's like, what? Coming from hell. I'm back in heaven. Baby. Because I just, you know, I like old stuff. It doesn't really even matter what it is. I got so much random old stuff. Doesn't have to be clothes. It could be freaking receipts. Because, you know, 1940s receipts, I'd rather mark my pages in books with that. I just kind of keep old stuff everywhere. I like how things felt, smelt, looked, the colors, everything. Aluminum stuff, oh man. Yeah, wish I had a full set of aluminum tools. It's just really pretty. Oop. I'll go back there in a second. This is gonna get a little beaky, but you know, choose our battles with this one. I keep hearing how the original Klausers had the eye really almost dead center. I keep meaning to look that up. See what that looks like. Really good scissors, holy crap. Really good scissors, holy crap. Gotta stop fixating on bucktail tip like bits sticking out. Let me throw some glue. Shoot, I meant to wax that thread. Oh! What did that drop on? Sorry, I didn't mean to, you know. Okay. Now I'll use a razor to get those tips. Hey, one take lifts. Oh my bad, I didn't even know it laugh all like that, but I was reading a different chat. Forgot to go back. Hey, Ron. Hey, David. Your Clouser inspired the heck out of me. So, I've been tying Clousers on kind of just long shank with a decent gape hook, like Aberdeen's, but they're a little too weak for the waters here. Not too weak, but I wanted a saltwater hook, and I just don't have the balls. And your Clouser gave me permission to just, man, use a saltwater hook. Gotta get longer shanks eventually, but
I need to get some scalpels. So I don't know if anybody's thought about this. It saves me so much time and stress. When I used to like doing collages and stuff, really anything that takes an X-Acto knife or a razor, disposable scalpels. They're sharp as shite. Way better than an X-Acto knife. I mean, way sharper. Sometimes maybe you don't want too sharp, but if you do, they got you. I saw a short where somebody was like, mark your razor blade so you know what side you're using. Because then when it gets dull, you know that the other side's sharp. I don't know, I'm like overthinking this stuff. Trying to get this. I want to put the thread behind it. Okay. Let the edge catch and go towards. Let the edge catch and go toward what you're cutting. Light lift if you feel it. Grab the hair like it's stuck. Gentle not to cut the thread. Yeah. I need to pay more attention to when people cut the bucktail. Because, man, I see people just tie right over it and then it just goes and like is corseted effortlessly into place. I know that takes like great familiarity with materials maybe. Dang, I got a little uneven. But I think that last wrap fixed a rut. I am getting a little spoiled with the resin trick though, like being able to smooth things out. I mean, get the shape with resin. Because, like the hollow flies, I want to be able to do it with just thread if need be. You know? I think that's a good color combination. And this has Pearl Flash. This is the Flysmith's Craft Fur. I keep all the dubbing. all the underfur, because this is already like flashed up. I think it's like $5 or something. It's cheaper than craft fur at the craft store. And a tiny little strip of the stuff is like $5.99 for really short fibers. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Dave's flies, seeing them in person, awakened some desire for color. Now proportions, I hope they're alright. You know. Shit. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. I just think it's like that's the I'm gonna have to like pull it. Son of a snatch. I mean, maybe I'll tie it in here. Linked in my description to this live stream is David's channel, who makes those super color packs. Okay, so I'm gonna go down first, and then pick up the girls. Got some on the other side. Here, you know what? Hold on. I don't mean. Oh gosh. Does anybody else remember Animal Collective? So I get out of the eye. Big ol' head. Probably gonna have to trim a few of these. Oh, graham. Here, let me tie it off first. Big ol' head. I never tighten this thing enough. Jesus! Oh, the rage. It's building up. Hold on. Son of a snatch. I wish it had a little, like, a fishing reel. Someone's gotta make a fishing reel version. Another thing would be cool, just now realized, Toy Story, the fishing pole lady toy, could be a good bobbin holder design. Oh, shoot. Damn, it looks like my old heads. Looks like... Yeah, that's alright. I'm gonna try Sally Hansen. Oops. Oh. Tweezers. What the heck? Oh, I waited way too long. Should I paint over? I always wonder that. Or nah, not necessary. So it's gonna take a lot of work, but it's dang close to the flash I want. I just really want some flashed up flies for marked out days, low tide, just overall a good time. And I might still have to Maybe add some more. Because I could push this back and get in there. I mean, thankfully, also the craft fur, if I need to trim that, I can real easy. Probably will. Yeah, I probably will. But it looks a little arts and craftsy. Not the most cohesive, I'm sure. But as a start in the direction that I'd like, man, I'm sure it's not easy to move from Hawaii, David, but it's gonna be nice to be on the same time, because I've been wanting to catch more streams for a while now, because I want to learn to tie every style. However, the water I have access to is salt. And so even like the warm water flies, I kind of want them to double as saltwater flies. I'll probably have to trim that some more. So it's like a kind of belly taper. Let's see what the flash looks like wet. So here, I'll zoom out. Then I'm gonna finish packing. Oh yeah, it's only 2 days, so I do know. Yeah, it's like old school place. I don't really want anywhere that could dress up, but enjoy that. I collect vintage clothes. I don't anymore. I got Arston that I haven't worn in 6 years. Man, this bug feels mad uneven. Oh, but it's so close. Oh, yeah. Very close to how, like, it is in my mind at least. So, my tails usually get a little square because I'm bad at tapering materials. But I'll see how that swims. And the color... Oh, I'm dripping. That green with the orange and the pink, man! Stoked on this. Man, the next one's gonna be wicked. Next one's gonna be wicked. I love this. I love this a lot. Now, shape, proportion, this, that. That's the stuff that I'm starting to really, really want to know. Like, I'm set as far as like hand, like I mean, there's some stuff that I plain can't do yet. Wet fly wings, plain can't do. But bait fish and shrimp are probably going to be what I fish with here. And I really want to double them so like they work as freshwater too. Oh, I love the color. I like the color a lot. And that's just, there's no plain, oh my god. I don't know if you could fully see. It doesn't want to pick it up. Oh, let's see what the UV light do. Anyways, I don't know if you can fully see the pearl flash in the craft fur, but it's such a perfect amount that it just looks like living fish. I love that stuff a lot. I don't know if you can. it doesn't want to pick it up at all. But see how the like textures and stuff? That's really what I'm going for. And it's so hard to gauge like stuff. But David's flies, like, man, it's gonna be hard to fish with them. I don't want to lose any of them. We'll have to be very mindful of the spot. But seeing the mixes of color in person was unreal. And I'm like, unreal. Some of the best teachers in any subject I've ever encountered. And seeing or flies in person is just next level. You get to see exactly everything. I'm trying to find a cork. Well, I'm gonna stick this into this one because I just don't want it crushed. A little fly smith fly. I have like a nicho box picked out, but I thought it was gonna be way easier to find shadow boxes that open. I mean, there's a bunch, but I want to get a bunch. Like the incorporation of stuff. I wish the light would pick it up. If I move it like that, because it's all in it. Does it pick it up? Yeah, you can see a lot better with this. This is David's fly. This material is amazing. I need to remember to write stuff down because I have a bad habit of asking somebody the same question and I won't remember until I asked it. I'm like, oh shit, they answered this like 5 times already. But it's so ideal. Big monster. This hook, look at it. It's glorious. Big salty. And that you definitely would be able to use a bait caster. Sweet. Where did I put it? I have lost the fly. This one was fixing to get lost. If I don't put it back on the foam, I immediately lose it. Case in point. What the heck did I do with it? Oh, here's that blunt end jig I got from the tackle store that I retied. I just tied it opposite colors because my jig hooks were chartreuse and the Estes I had was pink. Now I could, oh no, I still don't have chartreuse crystal fly, or chenille. And then this is another one, gold stripe. It was just a buck at the tackle shop because I've really never fished with jigs. The stripes are down the back, but just a little off center. Oh though. Oh, I found it. Man, yeah, I'm really excited for this. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Here, this on my phone. I used to twist the thread around the bobbin for tension, and then like pushing them, and I have one that I stretched out. This one's super stretched out for like sewing thread. This one I just got, it was only 20 bucks. And it's super, super, it just feels like quality is nice. I have one's for my kit, and then I actually got one from Lefty Cray's daughter. I got some flies tied by Lefty Cray. She's selling them on Facebook. The best for Lefty Cray. It's a Facebook page. It's Victoria Cray's daughter. But this is from the Flysmith, and it's got this tension thing. It's so simple. And this looks to be that wire, almost pretty much what I'm getting. The diameter might be a little bigger, but could probably just use that wire, that stainless steel wire. Like, say you were replacing a spring, you had to remake a spring for like clippers or something. That wire. That's the wire I got for Game Changers. It hasn't gotten here yet. I might have to check the mailbox. Ordered it over a week ago, but it was one of those Amazon listings that probably wasn't really on Amazon, so it's probably coming through USPS or like DHL or something. Now let me zoom on out, because I gotta figure out what exactly I'm bringing. It's only 2 days. I have a tendency to overpack. Last time I hitched a ride on a trip, I brought a typewriter. And my suitcase did not have wheels. It was an old suitcase like this one. Yeah. But man, it's an old school place, so I brought old school clothes. And since Marilyn Monroe like there, I've got these shoes because they looked like hers. So I got me them. Leather bag. And a hat, so the devil can't find me. And I called it a day. I brought flip-flops and some shirts and 2 sundresses and 2 bathing suits. Growing on up. I'm bringing activities like I usually. That's a lie. There is watercolor paints that I probably won't touch in there. Oh! So that. Oh! Oh, we messed up the rubber bit on the vise. I got glue. That glue. The Zap-A-Gap fell down there. Here, I'm gonna put this stuff back in the thing. It gets really, really. I'm trying to put things back as soon, because it's all organized pretty dang well. That's so I could get to things as soon as I need them, unless they don't make it back in the box. Then I go on epic journey. Yeah, the orange, pearl, and that gold, man. I was really excited to tie this today. Which it came out nothing like what my planned fly is, but man, I like it so much more. I really, really like the colors. Like, here's this clouser is short, but I think this one almost is gonna be the best one that I tied so far. Like, this one's quite long, but nice size hook. Really, really thin hook though. Really. As soon as I'm back, gonna be tying more clousers though, because I should have the lead eyes and everything. Got about 100 lead eyes coming. very excited because weight is one of my main goals, I think. I'm not gonna bring this. My friend said he just wants the light one, so maybe I'm just gonna bring these two. I'm just farting around with the bait caster anyway. It'll keep me focused on testing stuff. Bounce around too much. Hat. Oh, I gotta do laundry, dang it. That's the tackle pile. Been trying to find drawers. Might bring one pair of jeans to like chill in. They're like pajama pants. Man, I gotta do laundry. Find more t-shirts. That's how it happens. So, what am I going to bring? I was gonna bring some shrimp, but really feeling bait fish. I wanted to bring the marabou misses, but they're so light, I'm not gonna be able to cast them. So I'm gonna bring this where the proportions are totally off, but the colors are nice. So I want to see why this is gonna be probably not the best looking thing out there. So then I won't repeat it. Like looking at my old ties. Let me put this. I got the bottle. I don't want to forget it. And I just have 15-pound mono on this. And I use liter. I think it's 20 pound or something. I'm not the, I grew up just throwing squid on what I now know is called a Jupiter rig, and or a fish finder, which is just at 86ing the swiveled in place weight or sinker. So learning different rigs and stuff has been another slow one, but just figured it out as I go. If something isn't working, switch it up a little bit. There's so many different ways to fish, and I grew up fishing just like simple or what have you, and like mixing between YouTube and like people from all over the place. Like, man, it's just there are no rules. There's catching fish and not catching fish, and when you don't catch a fish, you just switch your your stuff up. Very intuitive. I'm a little worried. I hope there isn't any construction happening because my dry stuff was like very dangerously close. Oh, here's David's card. Beautiful, ugly flies. Freaking A. I asked him, and I was like, man, if you ever painted, I would love to see that. Because I'm only now being able to retain memories. Like, man, I couldn't commit anything to memory the last few years. It's just like blurs. Oh, shoot. I hate that because it makes me feel like I come across as rude or something. Because, man, but that's not a complaint or anything. That is I'm very grateful for my mind to be like shaken awake. Because, I used to really romanticize off-grid living, but plain and simple is what is. I don't have a big family. It's really just me, so, and my parents are both, like, not capable of, working. Like, my dad's back is broken, and he can't even leave the couch, and my mom, after the, like, COVID coma, she has been only recently this year starting to be able to go for walks and stuff. So, without any form of support system and just being really ill prepared out there, like burnt out, and man, material, supply, tools, constants, and it was really brutal. Learned a lot, and would love to like help somebody else with it because I really do get a lot of like soul fulfillment from growing plants and that kind of thing. I prefer to grow in grounds because I like mulch and if they feed and keep themselves watered. But can't live off plants. I can't, correction, I can't live off plants. And yeah, it's really brutal. I do a lot for free though. Like I could find chip drops. I just call the tree cutters. People have been for a while, but after a while, it just gets really lonely, and you know, I had like a bunch of dreams, like farm parties and like getting people out, but it was just really difficult, and it's really far. So like, anything that I did find, I mean, one out of like 10, 15 things was like close enough to actually get. What would look good with just player jeans? Probably should quit unpacking. I haven't looked to see if there's any thrift shops. Cause yeah, I don't collect anymore, but man, I do collect a little bit still. I don't collect to sell anymore, like resale. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Hell yeah. I wasn't able to wear anything I couldn't wash out in the swamp because the unfiltered well water for so long. Yeah. I could wear this because it's vacation. I'm not going to be doing anything because otherwise I avoid these sleeves like the plague. They get into everything. Every dress I had that had these, just look at the sleeves. Food, burns, glue, paint. Alright, I'm all set. Hell yeah. I do like dressing nice. One reason why cops don't get called. I used to go through so many abandoned buildings, like a lot, and I just like looking at it. Like walk to a corner, walk to another corner, go through stuff, see like anything missing in the bits. Real nice. Oh god dang it. Just realizing I don't know where that little statue is. Hate when that happens. It's gonna happen like all the time. Remembering stuff. But man, abandoned boats, abandoned buildings, huge buildings, and like it's such an adrenaline rush for me personally because I'm you never know who's in an abandoned building, but it's like there's not like roller coasters year round. Like going up the stairs, there's so much art in these things. Like art, like sometimes you'll only be able to see once
because next time it'll be covered up or the building will be gone. And the older buildings, especially, I like newer buildings, but in a different like way. Older buildings, it's like straight spiritual experience. You see the wallpaper or the layers of paint, and you could see every decade. You know, I like vintage and like collecting stuff, so each decade has kind of like the colors of the decade. And the easiest thing to say is like the 70s, how it was like a lot of olive greens, orange, like brown tones, that kind of thing. And so you'll see like the decades through all the chips in the paint and old appliances, like little things, the plastic boards that just say stuff in it. I forget what those are called, but that kind of stuff. And thank God there's like a huge community of abandoned building like uh, enjoyers. Like Abandoned Florida is a great website and channel. And yeah, I love the. There's so many buildings that I just didn't have the balls to go in, and get to kind of vicariously go through. Like cement factories are probably the top of the list. It's crazy. The one building that was my favorite was a paper plant, but it got burnt down, and the art in there was surreal. You couldn't even walk in one plane, like in the like big storage rooms. You couldn't even walk because of all the cans of spray paint and all the nozzles are taken off all the cans, and 'cause you could use those like and really neat. And there's a scaffold, really good scaffold. I probably would have jacked that shit, honestly. It was a really good scaffold. In the middle of the thing, someone put a couch on top. It looked like it was better art than what it. This thing, I mean, art now is like on fire. Though, like really, really, really nice. Like, I'm not hating on the art galleries, the local galleries, but sometimes the stuff is, you know. Now though, holy crap, there's like brain bleed art, like it's such like stuff that you walk by and you're like really taken by it, that kind of stuff. Fortunately, pandemic, like, a lot of people decided to learn how to create in one way or another, and so that's why I think craft supplies are right now like, man, craft, like Hobby Lobby has never been so legit. It's sick. It's like everything, stained glass, um, other stuff, needlepoint back, which is my favorite. It's hard as hell trying to find those plastic grids. Guys find them at thrift stores. It's just a sheet of plastic, and you just stitch yarn into it, and it doesn't come undone. Hey, Mr. Cool Cat. Oh, China remix. You are very. I'm trying to bulk up a little bit, but mainly so the water's not cold during the fall. Van Gogh. Oh, let me see. Wow, look at that building. Oh, that's nice, man. Van Gogh Museum. Like, that's nice. I love like his work. I'm not too familiar with a lot of it, but I like the like somber and, man, kind of like how
how like the swirls and stuff, like in this portrait, the swirls in his face. Whoa, that gave me a flashback. Oh, I didn't know he did that. Weird. In middle school, we had to make, and it was actually kind of like, so we had to make this room. We made took a square paper and like cut it so it was like a cube, like those isometric like art um, cubes, and I'll have like a, what are those called? Dioramas? No. Like a shadow box kind of. And it was that picture. That's neat. I used foil for the mirror. Whoops. That was a heavy phone. That's crazy. Never seen that until just now. Let me look up the self-portrait. Yeah. Like that is insane. It's like etching but paint. And that's not even the one that like I have at the forefront of my mind. He's done a lot more self-portraits than I've ever seen. Yeah, like the etching, almost like, you know how the rubber stamps, I forget what that, like the swirls to fill area. That's cool as hell. This one's like extra full. It reminds me of hallucinogens, honestly. How they are said to be described. I'll never forget. Well, wow. Man. I'm glad you mentioned Good Museum. I've never really looked at a lot of his art for some reason. It's neat to see like it on paper. Like, well, I don't know if that's paper, but you know what I mean? Like the whole canvas isn't covered yet. Who knows if it's finished? Who knows? That is so sick. It's so rough, and then his eyes are so like, almost like perfect water. And his face is real soft. The color of his eyes is unreal. What is that color called? The color of his eyes are unreal. It's like that perfect water. Like the white part of his eyes, like being the perfect blue against that green. Really, really nice. Always blows my mind how people could choose color. Yeah, I feel like he was tripping a little bit. The movements are so unreal. Like he added the flow of like the universe or some shit. It's just really sick, the directions and stuff. I'm gonna end up looking at this all night. Holy. I really like looking at paintings because you can see the decisions so well. Because every stroke is essentially a decision. And like when things flow, it's like unreal. Like anyone with some form of like thing that they practice, like the practice human is unreal. Blueberry might have been there too long. Well, I'm gonna bring my suitcase down and my bag and probably eat and then clear the bed yet again. Oh, I can't forget my bag. Oh, I'm stoked, y'all. So I got in Clewiston at Sugarfest. These sold as kits, and you would glue the stuff on yourself. I wish they'd bring these back. Nice wood bottom. Yeah. And so all this like things would have come in a little bag, and you just glue it on. From my understanding, this might be a ladies that does it, but these you'll see these like this exact style in a bunch of different ways. I like the old craft kit. A lot of that stuff will come back. Like I used to have a bunch of basket ones. Fun as heck. I only have one basket left, but I do have one more basket kit. And you can get all that loose, but you know. I'm really into this color combination. It's really, really top tier knowing. I mean, I'll never be bored again in my entire life. And like bored isn't like you really don't know what to do with yourself. And you end up like feel like you're stuck or something. Like boredom is a horrible thing. Yeah, yeah, Van Gogh. David Kea Smith, right on. Yeah, I've got to go head to the chat, and the Ty's Fly stream starts in 15 minutes. So I'm gonna bring this down, get me a snack, and then I keep meaning to bring my computer out. Well, it's easier to type, but I get entranced. Always something I haven't seen before, and I like the fly tying streams a lot, because like you could actively ask questions, and even if the person doesn't see the question, like the people in the chat do, and every like all the moderators in that chat, it blows my mind, and everyone has different styles and stuff. It's the best group of people I've ever come across. I don't even remember how I got here. I think David K. Smith, honestly. I think so. A few people recommended the Flysmith, and I've seen streams before, but I tell you what, I thought it was two separate people. Every time I saw the live streams, it would be like a very different music taste, like a very different genre, and I think in my mind, and before I didn't really watch a lot of live streams. That stream actually opened my temperament, I guess, as watching content wide open. When I first started, like, I couldn't even hardly read the comments at the same time. It's a different way to absorb information, and like, yeah, because I put stuff on in the background usually, or else I'll watch it from afar, and yeah. I'm not on Twitch or anything. I tried doing one Twitch thing, but um, ooh, I have to get more honey. I can't stop. Anytime I get a little tired, it's better than coffee. I have to find this exact one though. I just like this squeeze bottle. But I used to not be able to drink or eat honey. When I was a kid, I really liked Winnie the Pooh a lot. And my mom got honey once. I was so excited. I ripped that thing open and tried to eat it like Pooh Bear. I decided that it wasn't honey in his jar. It was Bud's. It was Bud's honey mustard. But yeah, even like last year, I can like swallow a whole spoonful if I wanted. I like it on like wings or with hot sauce and tea and like and stuff. I make a really good like honey, butter, ginger, garlic sauce. But man, I can't get it. It's like pure unadulterated energy. Hey, if you're safe. Yeah. Fly tying is an analytical study of wildlife mimic of critter and bugs. It's top tier. It's top tier. Like I did post the first fish I ever caught with on the fly. I was high as a kite for a week, probably weeks after. It's just unreal. I mean, fishing obviously like it's in our DNA as human, but so it's always like feed your soul even when like it produces a lot of rage and like your body's supposed to be doing it at all times. You know, I didn't write the code of our DNA, but the catching something on something because yeah, I like arts and crafts. I like tinkering with materials, and it's a whole nother level. Like fly tires, like much respect for eternity. Just seeing everything as technology, even just like materials. Every fiber acts different. Like one of these bucktail fibers to one like it's crazy. It's all technology. And everything acts different. There's no gatekeeping, which is pretty unheard of. I feel like everything has become like self-policed into misery. And yeah, real deal. I mean, I've engaged in arts and crafts my whole life. Like, I say arts and crafts, I don't call myself an artist or anything. I make a lot of art, but uh, I just enjoy tinkering. I don't really care that much about anything else. Like, I don't even care if I ever finish anything. I just like the process of making it. And flies, like, I could finish a fly, but and at the end of the day, like, you gotta eat, and this is like man, ensures that whenever I leave the whenever I leave the house, it's been really hot. We had like a few days of like paradise, but it's back until fall. I really messed up the placement, or I really messed up the bucktail when I did that second wrap, so I'm not stoked on that. But see, I mean it's very evident, but you know, stoked on that. Anyway, I love y'all. Please, if there's any patterns, starting to get excited for having lead eyes. I just have these plain lead eyes, which is fun making you know, combinations. But I'm really excited. It got pink and red. So pink with the yellow and chartreuse, and really excited. And the deer belly. So I'm ready to move on to a new skill set, because that just, if I could do the hair stacking, man, I could make big juicy fish and poppers and like move water pushers. But man, I really want to make those sculpin, like that style, the rainbow sculpin. I think is in the fishing encyclopedia. What it's called? It's the most beautiful freaking fish I've ever seen. I'm gonna work myself up to that eventually. But yeah, divers, because then you know when you pull, it's doing what, you know. Some stuff I'm a little too noobish to present. So I like the things that do their movements kind of for you. At least that's how I've been thinking about it. Man, I'm gonna love this. But anyway, happy trails, y'all. Have a beautiful evening. Just ate almost an entire extra large meat piece. Hell yes. Man, fiercely. I'm gonna be like sitting around finally. Last month here has been brutal. Um, but hoping to get some sit around time. That's why I'm not too keen on like bringing too much stuff like I usually do. I think I'm gonna do that relaxing stuff. But yeah, in that time I'm planning on going through my phone really bad. I have to make room for uh, more footage, but I have to respond and like put some work in to complete some stuff. Like I put off things like nobody's business, and it's my least favorite self qualities. That what is that called? What is it called? When you procrastinate, and I'm trying to get out of that like hardcore, and cause man, I messed up that bucktail. But yeah, so don't let me off the hook. Procrastination. Hey, Jack Skeleton. Hope your day's golden. Happy trails indeed. I'm sure I'll pop live down there. I know I'm gonna wander around. I freaking can't find my wandering sandals. So I gotta find that. Because I gotta be able to tread through. Ooh, Flysmith. Anyway, happy trails. See y'all at the Flysmith stream. It's a gold mine. Gold mine of good people and freaking solid wisdoms. Happy trails, y'all.